You can also take advantage of one of the other big pushes that is happening with the internet, that's what we're talking about, which is space. You can start doing a lot of sensing. As we showed it, SRI was one of the first groups that had built a small CubeSat, or a very small satellite for space. There are now thousands of these being launched every year. These are going to both change the way you can sense the environment.
How big are they?
They're around somewhere from 10 centimeter by 10 centimeter to around 30 centimeters.
Really small.
Very small. And these change.
And cheap.
They're cheap, using off-the-shelf component parts from your cell phone. But now these can sense the Amazon every day, multiple times a day, right from the sky. These can then broadcast, even do the analysis, and you can start seeing the transformation. The fires in the Amazon, you could see that very clearly. You could see where the wind is blowing. You can improve the weather prediction. So the sensing that is happening from these satellites that's put on the backbone of the internet can make a big difference. Another way things can change in the Amazon for you is that you do have a lot of remote tribes still in the Amazon.
Yes.
They don't have access to any connectivity. There is a number of companies, OneWeb as an example, that are actually trying to create a redundant internet infrastructure in space. So can you imagine that you do not need to put all the wires and the connections down to get connectivity there? You can just put one small router, maybe the size of a camera on a tripod, and that can provide connectivity directly to space for people to be able to browse the internet, do their banking transactions, and do a number of other transactions right there. That's happening. OneWeb is launching satellites. They are trying to build this. Can you imagine a redundant internet all occupied in space that allows the remaining 6 billion people who still don't have great internet access or no internet access, which there are still many billion people in the world? That's a fundamental change happening.